So plane analytic geometry. So una natin yung two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system. So the horizontal axis is labeled as X, sometimes called abscissa. The vertical axis is labeled Y, coordinate. To specify a particular point on a two-dimensional coordinate system, you indicate the X unit first, abscissa, then followed by the Y coordinate in the form of X and Y. Yung iba, nababaliktad pa. So distance between 2 points is the distance between point P and the origin. Ito, saka ito yung P, calculates from the Pythagorean theorem, OP. This is the square root of X and Y. The distance between 2 points P1 and P2 calculates the same way. So D is equal to bar of P1, P2 is the square root of X1 minus X2 squared plus Y1 minus Y2. Yung difference nito. Okay, kasi ito pa nag-negative, so mag-a-add siya. Diba? Ito yung ginakuha. X1 minus X2 is ito. Yan. Then Y1 minus Y2, ito. Positive kasi yung Y-axis pataas, positive doon. Sa left naman yung X-axis. Two-dimensional polar coordinate system. So, the polar coordinate system, sometimes also referred to as circular coordinate, specifies the position of a point P1 by the combination of its distance to the origin radius and the angle between the polar axis and the line P1O. Yan, P1O. Ito yung polar axis. Note that the angle is positive in counterclockwise direction and negative in clockwise direction. The value of the angle is measured in radians from 0 to 2 pi and in all degrees 0 to 360. Paikot. Yan. The distance D between 2 points P1 R1 theta 1 and P2 R2 theta 2 is defined by D is bar P1 P2 is the square root of R1 squared plus R2 squared minus 2 R1 R2 times cosine of theta 2 minus theta 1 squared. Yan, ito yung angle between the lines. So relationship between rectangular and polar coordinates. An equation in Cartesian or rectangular coordinates can be transformed into one in polar coordinates and vice versa. So the following equations can be obtained from the diagram below. So from polar to rectangular, x is equal to r cosine theta, y is equal to r sine theta. Yeah. Conversion from rectangular to polar, we have so r is equal to x squared plus y squared. Then tangent theta is y is equal over x. Cosine theta is equal to x over the square root of x squared plus y squared. Then sin theta is equal to y over the square root of x squared plus y squared. So ano yung radius mo with theta, makukuha mo yung x. Next, loci or the straight lines. Loci muna tayo. Locus is the plural of, loci is the plural and locus is the singular. So, locus of an equation is the path described by its generatrix as it fits, as it moves in obedience to the law expressed in the equation. Yeah. The equation of a locus is the algebraic expression of the law, subject to which generatrix moves in describing that locus. Yung line to. Parabolic, so parabolic loci. Straight line is a line with no curvature, a line with constant direction. So the path of shortest length between 2 points. Slope of a straight line. One of the most important properties of the straight line is in how it angles away from the horizontal. This concept is reflected in something called the slope of the line. So ito yung inclination niya. So to find this slope, use the following formula. M is equal to tangent theta is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So general equation of straight line. The general form of the equation of a straight line is ax plus by plus c, capital A. A or B can be 0, but not both of at the same time. The slope of the line is m is equal to negative a over b. Slope niya, upward. Positive upward, negative downward. Now, point slope form and slope intercept form. Una natin yung point slope form. The point slope form of the equation of a straight line is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And the slope intercept form of the equation of a straight line is y is equal to mx plus b. Slope, intercept, yan. Ito naman point slope. Ito yung point niya x1 and y1. This one is, meron pa. Okay. Intercept form. The intercept form of the straight line is both intercept is the line equation of the line segment based on the intercept with both axes. So x over a plus y over b is equal to 0. Yan. 0b and a0. A is the x-intercept. Yan, ang y mo is 0. B is the y-intercept. A and b must be non-zero. Next, the values of a and b can be obtained from the general form equation. If y is equal to 0, x is equal to a. If x is equal to 0, y is equal to b. A line does not have an intercept form equation in the following cases. A line parallel to the x-axis which has the equation y is equal to k, constant. B, a line parallel to x-axis which has the equation x is equal to k. A line that passes to the origin which has equation y is equal to mx. Two-point form. The two-point form equation of the line can be written as y minus y sub 1 over x minus x sub 1 is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over this is x. X sub 2 minus x sub 1. Palitan. So ito, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Next, parallel lines. Two lines are parallel if their slopes are equal. M sub r is equal to M sub s. Dito sa figure natin, ito line R and line S. Two lines are parallel if the respective coefficient of x and y are proportional. So that is a sub 2 over b sub 1 is equal to a sub 2 over b sub 2. Ito yung coefficient. Two lines are parallel if the angle between them is 0. Perpendicular lines. If two lines are perpendicular, their slope are the inverse of each other and their sign are opposite. So m sub s is equal to negative 1 over m sub r. Figure. Distance from a point and also distance between two parallel points. So dito muna tayo sa distance from a point. The length of the shortest segment from a given point to a given line is given below. Ito yung line, ito yung point. Ano yung distance niya? Yung shortest. Distance from x sub o over y sub o to the line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So distance ito is ax sub o plus b times y sub o plus c over the square root of a squared plus b squared. Absolute value yan yung may ganyang symbol. Now, the distance between two parallel lines, ax plus by plus c1 is equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c2 is equal to 0 is given by the distance d is equal to c1 minus c2 absolute over square root of a squared plus b squared. Yan. Angle between two lines. The angle between two lines is the smaller angle of the angles formed by the intersection of the two lines. The angle can be obtained from tangent alpha. Tingnan nyo sa figure ng alpha. M sub s is slope ng line S minus M sub bar over 1 plus MS MR. So that is the angle. And division of line segment. So interpolation. Diba? Interpolation, extrapolation, dito yan. A, internal division of a line. Consider the point P, X sub P, and Y sub P. Ito yung point that lies on a line segment AB joining points A, XA, IA, and B, XB, YB. So yan, i-consider mo yan. Ano yung ito? Point P divides AB into ratio K1, K2, and the coordinates of P are given by this formula. X of P is equal to K1 XB plus K2 XA over K1 plus K2. Then YP is equal to K1 YB plus K2 YA over K sub 1 plus K sub 2. External division of a line segment. Ito yun na yung extrapolation. So, when point P lies outside of the line segment AB, napunta doon, it can divide AB externally as shown in this diagram. So, the formula for external division, from K1, K2, XP is equal to K1 XB minus K2 XA over K1 minus K2. And YP is equal to K1 YB minus K2 YB over K1 K2. Ito yung basis ng extrapolation. Ito naman is interpolation. Example, number 9. Division of line segment. Find the equation of a line whose x-intercept is 2 and y-intercept is 4. So using slope-intercept form, x sub a plus y sub b is equal to 1. So x over 2 plus y over negative 2 is 1. Therefore, x minus y is equal to 2 or x minus 4 minus 2 is 0. Letter B. Number 10. Determine B such that 3x plus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0 is perpendicular to 2x minus by plus 2 is equal to 0. So note, solution ito. M2 is equal to negative 1 over M1. So M1 ito, M2, yung isa. Okay? So 3x plus 2y minus 1 is 0. What is the slope? Y is equal to slope-intercept form. Negative 3 over 2 plus 7 over 2. So the slope is M1 is negative 3 over 2. Then 2x minus by plus 2 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 2 over b, x plus 2 over b. So the slope of line 2 is M2 is equal to 2 over b. But M2 is negative 1 over M1. So this is 2 over b is equal to negative 1 over negative 2 over 2. So b is equal to 3. Diba? C. Number 11. Find the distance between the lines 3x plus y minus 12 is equal to 0 and 3x plus y minus 4. Solution, the formula is d is equal to C2 minus C1 kasi yung para sa coefficient ng ano, A, 3, 3, 1, 1. Ito lang na bago. So C2 minus C1 over the square root of B squared plus B squared is negative 4 minus negative 12 is plus 12 na. So the square root of 3 squared plus 1 squared is 8 over the square root of 10. Letter D. Number 12. The segment from negative 1 to 4, 1, 4 to 2, negative 2 is extended 3 times its own length. Find the terminal point. So x of p is equal to k1 xb minus k2 xa over k1 minus k2 yp, ganun din. So k2 is equal to 4 and k1 is equal to 3. Okay, 3 times its own length. So ibig sabihin, yung initial length mo is 3. 3 times. Tapos plus yung isa, yung second mo is nag-plus 1 ka na, di ba? So 3 plus 1 over 1 is 4. So x of p is equal to 3 times negative 1 plus 4 times 2 over 3 negative minus 4 is 11. Y sub p is equal to negative 20. So terminal point is 11 and 20. This is 20. Wait. So, yan. This is negative 20. Yan. Answer is D. So, sample number 13. The 2 points on the lines 2x plus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0, which are at distance 2 from the line 3x plus 4y minus 6 is equal to 0, R. Yan. Ano yung points na yun? So, simultaneous equation to. So, solution, D is equal to ax1 plus by1 plus c plus or minus the square root of e squared plus b squared. So, this sa equation na to, A is equal to 2, ito muna, 3, negative 4, and negative 6. So, distance niya is, ano yung point na yon sa 2x plus 3y plus 4? Ano yung point doon? So, ano pa ng isang point doon, which is x1 and y1. So, 3x1 plus 4y1 minus 6 over plus or minus the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. Kasi absolute to, di ba? Pag absolute mo, tumawala ng plus or minus. This is 3x1 plus 4y. 1 is equal to 6 plus or minus 10. So, since x1, y1 lies on 2x plus 3y plus 4, then 2x1 plus 3y1 is negative 4. Subtract 1 times 2 minus equation 3 times equation 2 times 3. Magiging 6x1 plus 8y1 is 12 plus or minus 20. So, using 6x1 plus 9y1 is equal to 12. Ano, yung kanina to, so equation 2. Yan. So then, negative y1 is 24 plus or minus 20. So using the positive sign, y1 is equal to negative 44 and x1 is 1 half of negative 4 minus 3 times negative 44 is 64. Using the negative sign, y1 is negative 4 and x1 is 1 half of negative 4 plus minus 3 times negative 4 is 4. Saan to galing yan? Ano? Ito. X1, ito, yan. Diba? X1 is 1 half of negative 4 minus 3y1 over 2. Yung 1 half. Ito yan. So the value is 64, mauna yung x and negative 44. And second point is 4 and negative 4. The answer is 64, negative 4, letter D. Sample number 44, find the polar coordinates for the point having a rectangular coordinate of 3, negative 4. So, ayan, rectangular coordinates, 3, negative 4. What is R? R is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. It's equal to 3 squared plus negative 4 squared or 5 square root. Tangent theta is y over x is negative 4 over 3. So, that is theta is negative 53.13 degrees or 306.87 degrees. O, 306 degrees, 52 minutes. Mag-add ka ng 360, makukuha mo to. So, R theta, R ang mainot mo is 5. Then, ito na, 306.50. Letter D. Next, conic sections. A conic section is a curve created from the intersection of a plane with a cone. Yan, lahat ng makikita mo, magawa mong curve galing sa cone. Merong circle, ellipse, parabola, hyperbola. Kikita mo dyan. So, yan. By changing the angles of the plane in relation to the cone, it can also produce a point, a line, or two intersecting lines. These are called degenerate cases and are not considered conic section. So, unahin natin yung circle. If the plane intersects the cone perpendicular to the axis of the cone, then the curve will produce a circle. Ellipsis. If the plane intersects the cone at an angle greater than the perpendicular to the axis but less than that of the line with the slope of the cone, the curve will produce an ellipse. Parabola, if the plane intersects the cone at the same angle as that of the line of the slope, ito, of the cone, then the curve will produce parabola. Hyperbola, if the plane intersects the cone at an angle greater than that of the line of the slope of the cone, then the curve will produce a hyperbola. The general equation for conic section is A x squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. So, the type of section can be found from the sign of b squared minus 4ac. Right? So, ito, if b squared minus 4ac is, ito yung curve, is less than 0, this is ellipse, circle, point, or no curve. Equal to 0, this is parabola, parallel lines, or one line, or no curve. Greater than 0, hyperbola, or two intersecting lines. So, ito yung, for any of the below with a center, SK, instead of 0, 0, replace its x term with x minus h and hy term with y minus k. So, ito yung mga equations circle, ellipse, parabola, hyperbola. Okay? Equations, horizontal vertex. Muna na tayo. X squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. X squared over a squared plus y squared ito. 4px is equal to y squared. Vertical vertex, 4py is equal to x squared. Hyperbola, ganun din. X squared, vertical siya kasi may plus or minus yung x mo. Okay? Equation of asymptotes, meron is yung hyperbola. Okay, variables, itong mga radius, circle radius A. Sa ellipse, may tayong A, major radius, 1/2 of length, major axis. B, minor radius, 1/2 of length, minor axis. C is distance to focus. Ito naman parabola, P is the distance from vortex to focus or directrix. Tawag yan. Hyperbola, ganun din sa ellipse. Eccentricity, 0 sa circle. Ellipse, C over A. Parabola is 1. Hyperbola is C over A. Relation to focus, P is equal to 0. Dito naman, E squared minus B squared is equal to C squared, etc. Definition, okay. Circle is the locus of all points which meet the condition. Distance to the origin is constant. Ellipse, sum of these distances to its focus is constant. Distance to focus is equal to distance to directrix. Parabola. Hyperbola, difference between distances to its foci is constant. Difference. Ito naman this sum. So the eccentricity is always denoted by E is equal to df over d. Ito yan sa figure. Sa example, parabola. Ito yung directrix. This is focus. Then, yung point, so yung ratio niya as eccentricity. So df is the distance of a point P from the focus F. And d sub d is the distance from the directrix. When E is equal to 1, the convex is parabola. When E is equal less than 1, it is an ellipse. When E is greater than 1, it is a hyperbola. Yung 0, that is circle. A circle is the locus of all points in a plane that is fixed distance from the fixed point, called the center. The fixed distance is spoken of here is the radius of the circle. Yan. So the equation, general equation is ax squared plus ay squared plus dx plus ay plus f is equal to 0. Sinubstitute natin doon sa general equation ng conics. Standard form of equation for circle whose center is at the origin is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Standard form of equation for circle whose center is at h and k, we have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is r squared. What are the center and radius of a circle from general equation? Dito. So h is equal to negative b over 2a. Ito. K is equal to negative e over 2a. Yan. R squared is equal to d squared plus e squared minus 4ef over 4a squared. Pag itong given mo, convert mo dyan. Sample number 15. What is the radius of a circle defined by the equation x squared minus 6xy plus y squared minus 4y minus 12? Solution. So, pwede natin gamitin yung completing the square. X squared minus 6x plus y squared minus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. So, itong mga value dyan, itong 3, negative 2, magamit mo itong formulang to. Okay? Pero, sa pamilya ka naman sa completing the square, ito. X squared minus 6x plus 9. So, madagdag ka ng 9 doon. Y squared minus 4y plus 4, madagdag ka ng 4 doon. So, ito magiging x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 5 squared. 12 plus 9 plus 4 is 25. So, show the form x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So, the radius is ito, 5. Ito C. So, alternate solution nga ito. Using the general form. So, that is x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 4y minus 12. So, r is equal to r squared is equal to d squared plus e squared minus 4ef over 4a squared. So, r squared is 25. So, r is 5. Next, the parabola. A parabola is the locus of a point in a plane that moves such that its distance from fixed point called the focus equals its distance from a fixed line called the directrix. So ito yung directrix, equal yan na, yung A equal yan. Tapos ito naman na point niya equal din doon. So yan, hanggang sa magdito ka, yan, equal naman yon. Next. Another term, the latus victum, yung line ng focus. A parabola is a segment with endpoints on the parabola passing through the focus and parallel to the directrix. Tawag yan, latus rectum is, the total is 4A. Hindi one side na. The length of latus rectum is 4A. It is a line. General equation of parabola for vertical axis, ax squared plus dx plus ay plus f. For horizontal axis, cy squared plus dx plus ay plus f is equal to 0. So ito, this is the horizontal axis. Kasi dito, up and down siya. Yung y, positive and negative equal. Pag vertical axis is pag ganon o pag ganon. Horizontal is pag ganyan, pag ganyan. So ito yon. Ito yung vertical axis, ito yung horizontal axis. So standard form of equation for parabola is vertical axis is x minus h squared plus or minus 4a times y minus k. If the right side of the equation is positive, the parabola opens upward. Ayan, sa picture. If the right side of the equation is negative, the parabola opens downward, pababa. Okay, ito yan, plus or minus. Horizontal axis naman is y minus k squared plus 4 plus or minus 4a times x minus h. If the right side of the equation is positive, the parabola opens rightward, as shown. If the right side of the equation is negative, the parabola opens leftward. Ito. Next. So basic formula for vertex HK and focal length A of the parabola. So vertical axis, S is equal to negative D over 2A. K is equal to D squared minus 4AF over 4AE. A is equal to negative 4E over 4A. Horizontal axis, H is equal to H squared E squared minus 4CF over 4CD. Parehas na na. K is equal to negative E over 2C. A is equal to negative D over 4C. Okay, you can derive that. Example number 16. Compute the focal length and length of the latus dictum of parabola y squared plus 8x minus y plus 25 is equal to 0. Solution. The equation is y squared plus 8x minus 6y plus 25 is equal to 0. Then, computing the square, y squared minus 6x plus 9, nanagan tayo ng is equal to negative 8x, ito, minus 25 plus 9, kasi ito yung nag-add mo. So, this will become negative 8x minus 16. So, magiging y minus 3 squared is equal to negative 8 times x minus 2. So, y minus k squared is negative 4a times x minus h. The focal length is 8, which is 8 over 4 or 2. The length of latus dictum is 4a or 8. So, the answer is letter A. Next, the ellipse. An ellipse is the locus of a point in a plane that moves such that the sum of its distance from the two fixed points called the foci is a constant which is equal to the length of medial axis to A. It can also be defined as the locus of a point that moves such that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point or focus to its distance from a fixed line or directrix is constant and is less than 1. So ito yung mga nomenclature, makikita mo dyan, mga symbols. Latus dictum, meron din siya, 2b squared over a. Then directrix, focus, f, vertex, v. So the general equation is ax squared plus cy squared plus dx plus ay plus f. Standard form, let us see distance from center to focus such that c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. Ito. The distance from center to directrix is d is equal to a over a. From center to the center, directrix, d is A over E. Eccentricity is PF2 over PD2 is equal to C over A. Is less than 1. C divided by A is less than 1. With origins at 0, 0. So major axis horizontal, x squared over A squared plus Y squared over B squared is equal to 1. Ito. Ito yung major axis mo. With major axis vertical, x squared over B squared plus Y squared over B squared, A squared is equal to 1. Sabihin, rotate mo lang siya. So center at HK, major axis horizontal is x minus h squared over E squared plus Y minus K squared over B squared is 1. The center at HK, major axis vertical, ito, nabaliktad mo yung B and A. Okay? A is the semi-major axis. Tawag dyan. Major axis is 2A. B, semi-minor axis. So, minor axis is 2A. Note that A is greater than B. Lagi. Basic formula. H is equal to negative B over 2A. K is equal to negative B over 2C. A is equal to the square root of C. B is equal to the square root of A. Sample number 17. If the length of lattice rectum of an ellipse is 3/4 of the length of its minor axis, find the eccentricity. So, yan. So, yan. So, LR, lattice rectum is 2B squared over A, which is 3/4 of 2B, minor axis. So, to equate mo siya, 2B squared over A is equal to 3/4 times 2B. So, B is equal to 3/4 of A. But C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. So, C squared is equal to A squared minus 3/4 A squared is equal to 7 over 16. So, kasi kailangan mo yung eccentricity, which is C over A. Kasi naroon natin yung C. So, square root of 7 over 16. Diba? Or 0.66. Letter D. Next, the hyperbola. The hyperbola is the locus of a point in a plane that moves such that the difference of its distances from two fixed points called foci is a positive constant and is equal to the length of transverse axis to A. It can also be defined to be the locus of a point that moves such that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point or focus to its distance from a fixed line or rectangle is constant and is greater than 1. Yeah, the eccentricity is 1. So, general equation of hyperbola, ax squared plus cy squared plus dx plus ay is plus f is equal to 0, where a and c have unlike sign. So, standard form, transverse axis, ito, the line segment joining the two vertices of hyperbola which has a total length of 2a. A center 2x, transverse axis horizontal, ito yan. X minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared is 1. Center at HK, transverse axis vertical, ito y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus h squared over b squared. A, semi-transverse axis. Transverse axis is 2A. B is the semi-conjugate axis. Conjugate axis is 2B. Iba yung sa sa ellipse. C, distance from center to focus such that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. D, distance from center to direct x such that D is equal to A over E. E is equal to PF2 over PD2 is equal to C over A is greater than 1. Standard form, center at 0, 0, transverse axis, horizontal, x squared over A squared minus Y squared over B squared is 1. Center at 0, 0, transverse axis vertical, Y squared over A squared minus X squared over B squared is equal to 1. Lattice rectum is also 2B squared over A. Asymptote of hyperbola. So, axis horizontal, y minus k is equal to b over a times x minus b. Asymptote mo, ito yung line na yan. Y minus K is equal to A over B times X minus S, axis vertical. Ito. So basic formula, S is equal to negative D over A, K is equal to negative E over 2C, A is equal to the square root of negative C, axis horizontal, B is equal to square root of A, axis horizontal, A is equal to square root of negative A, axis vertical, B is equal to the square root of C, axis vertical. Sample number 18. Find the eccentricity of the curve 9x squared minus 4y squared minus 36x plus 8y. Solutions. The equation mo is 9x squared minus 4y squared minus 36x plus 8y is equal to 4. So, rearrange mo na lang. 9x squared minus 36x minus 4y squared plus 8y is equal to 4. So, then, computing the square, 9x squared minus 36 plus 36 na gan tayo. Add mo rin sa left side. Minus 4y squared plus 8y minus 4. I-add mo yung negative 4 doon. So, 4 plus 36 minus 4 is 36 pa rin. So, factor out 9. 9 times x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 4 times y squared minus 2y plus 1. Diba? Perfect square yan. So, magiging 9 times x minus 2 squared minus 4 times y minus 1 squared is equal to 36. Dividing mo all by 36, magiging x minus 2 squared over 4 minus 4 minus 1 squared over 9 is 1. So, dito, ang a squared mo is 4. So, a is 2, b squared is 9, so b is 3. So, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared is 13. Then, oh my God, this is c. C is square root of 13. So, a is equal to c over a, or the square root of 13 over 2 is 1.8. So, the answer is letter A. So, yan, c is square root of 13. Next, higher plane curves. Meron tayong semi-cubic parabola, yung mga curve na may mga pangalan na. A semi-cubical parabola is a curve of the form y is pi or minus ax exponent 3 over 2. It is a half a cubic and hence has the power of 3 over 2. It has parametric equations x is equal to t squared and y is equal to a t cubed. And the polar equation r is equal to tangent squared theta sine theta secant theta over a. Okay? So, parametric equation, so review nyo ng analytic kasi di naman masyado dito. Parametric yan, di ba? May isa pang siyang symbol, t. So, t is, solve for t, x is equal to 1/2. So, picture mo dito, y is equal to ax, 3 over 2. Tawag doon parametric. The seesoid, where tayong Cartesian equation, y squared is equal to x cubed over 2a minus x. By the polar equation naman, seesoid or seesoid of Euclid is equal to 2a tangent theta sine theta. Next is the widths. The algebraic equation that generates this curve is y is equal to 8a cubed over x squared plus 4a squared. And the parametric equations are x equal to 2a cotangent theta and y is equal to 2a sine theta, sine squared theta. Next, the conchoid. The Cartesian equation is x minus b squared times x squared plus y squared minus e squared x squared. Polar equation r is equal to a plus b secant theta. The limacon. So the limacon is a polar curve of the form r is equal to b plus a cosine theta. Maraming type to. Also called the limacon of Pascal. If b is less than or equal to 2a, then the limacon is convex. So yan mga limacon mo. Tayo mo sa mga graphing. So if 2a is greater than b is greater than a, the limacon is dimpled. Ito. Mga dimple yan. Dimple, dimple, dimple. Ito yan dimple. Ito bilog. Flat. If b is equal to a, the limacon degenerates to a cardioid. If b is less than a, the limacon has an inner loop. Ito. If B is less equal to A over 2, it is a trisectrix. Next, the lemniscate. Yan, infinity. The lemniscate, also called the lemniscate of Bernoulli, is a polar curve whose most common form is the locus of a point, the product of both distances from two fixed points called the foci. A distance to A away is the constant A squared. Cartesian equation x squared plus y squared is equal to A squared times x squared minus y squared, or R squared is equal to A squared cosine of 2 theta. Yeah, lemniscate. The graph of trigonometric functions. So graph of sine is y is equal to A sine x. So ito yan. Ito yung 10 sine x, 5 sine x, sine x. Habang lumalaki yung coefficient niya, lumalaki yung curve. Pero this is pi kasi 0 siya dito. 0 din sa 2 pi. Okay, 0. Cosine, so this is may value. Cosine 0 is 1. Yan. Magano-gano. Cosine 90 is 1. 0. Next, graph of tangent. Yan. Next, cotangent. Baliktad siya. Then, secant. Then, cosecant. Then, the cycloid. Diba, yung mga mechanical, meron yung sa gearing. The cycloid is the locus of a point on the rim of a circle of a ruling along a straight line. The cycloid has a cusp at the origin and its hump are oriented upward. Its parametric equation is x is equal to a times t minus sine theta, y is equal to a times 1 minus cosine theta. The spiral of Archimedes, Katol. Archimedes spiral is an Archimedean spiral with polar equation r is equal to a theta. The hyperbolic spiral, this is also an Archimedean spiral with polar equation r is equal to a over theta. The parabolic spiral is also called Fermat's spiral. It's an Archimedean spiral with m is equal to 2 and having polar equation r squared is equal to e squared theta. Diletuous. Diletuous in Archimedean spiral with n is negative 2 having polar equation r squared theta is equal to a squared. The logarithmic spiral. Next, the logarithmic spiral is a spiral whose polar equation is given by r is equal to a e b theta. Well, r is the distance from the origin. Theta is the angle from the x-axis, word talaga, and a and b are arbitrary constant. The logarithmic spiral is also known as the growth spiral, angular spiral, and spira mirabilis. It can be expressed parametrically as x equal to r cosine theta e exponent by theta and y is equal to r sine theta e exponent by theta. Okay, so next nito is yung solid analytic geometry.